Good morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever time it is that you are watching this. My name is Jacob Knipes, and today I present to you the first ever virtual Rutland High School talent show. Over the past few months, some of the most talented students and teachers in our community have come together to bring you this program of entertainment. During these times, we feel it is important to be able to escape from reality on occasion, and I sincerely hope that we bring that sense of escapism to you today. For our first act tonight, we have Kathy Archer telling us a very special story. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Kathy Archer, the Rutland High School theater teacher, and I'm here to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story about water, because water figures very importantly into my life. I love the water. I'm all about being in the water. I'm all about being on the water. And as I started thinking about this story, I realized that water has played a very important part in many aspects of my life. And one of those aspects is, how did you meet your husband? Well, I was in England, and I was actually seen around him a lot with this tall, dark, and handsome guy named Richard. But he didn't want any kids, and I wanted 10, so that wasn't going to work out. So everybody thought Richard and I were engaged for some reason. They probably weren't really listening to us. And there was this other guy, he was kind of nerdy, but I liked him. He was kind of cute. And one night, it was pouring down rain. I mean, pouring down rain and windy. And we were in Brighton, England, which is right on the channel. I just stepped out of the shower and I'm dripping wet. And one of the kids that I was living with yelled upstairs and said, "Hey, this guy's calling for you. I think it's Richard." And I'm like, okay. So I wrapped myself up in a towel and I went down and I got the phone. Hello. It was Gary, the other guy. And he said, "Hey, it's really cool down by the channel because it's really windy and there are these really big waves. Do you want to go for a walk?" Did I mention it was like 9:30 at night? Yeah, that sounds really cool. I'll be ready in a minute. Hung up the phone. My English family is looking at me like I have lost my mind. You're crazy. Well, first of all, the English don't go out in the sun, never mind pouring down rain. So I ran upstairs, and this is October, so it's kind of cold, so I put on 2 pairs of pants, and I put on a shirt, and I put on a sweater, and I put on another sweater, and then I looked at my hair and was like, it's totally soaked, and I'm going out in the rain, so guess it doesn't matter what I look like. Wasn't very long after that there was a knock on the door, and there was Gary, and my English family was looking like, that's not Richard, who's this guy? And I was like, see you, we're going to go down and walk by the channel. So we were on the bus. There was a bus right there. We got on the bus. We went down to the channel, and the waves were crashing onto the shore. And of course, the next step was to walk out onto the pier where the waves are really, it was like every now and then you get spray from the waves. And Gary and I are standing there, and we're standing on the pier, and we're holding onto the railing, and we're watching the waves, and every now and then a wave would hit us about waist high. But like I said, I was already wet, so who cares? Well, we watched this one wave. We both caught it out of the corner of our eye. It was coming this way. And we looked, and this huge wave comes along, and it came along, and it pushed a car that was on the road on the other side of the shore into a building. It was at this point that we kind of figured, maybe it wasn't a real good idea that we were standing on this pier. So he grabbed my hand, and we ran as fast as we can, because we kind of looked back, and there's this huge wave, and it's coming at us, and we're running as fast as we can, fast. And we did get caught a little bit by the rain, by the wave, but we were already wet, so it didn't really matter. So then we realized, it's after 10 o'clock. In Brighton, England, after 10 o'clock, they roll up the sidewalks. Almost literally. There are no cabs. There are no buses. There's nothing. And we were really cold. We thought, you know what? Let's go get some tea, and then we'll walk up to my house. Another thing about Brighton, England, besides rolling up the sidewalks and there's no place to have a cup of tea. It's England. Can't have a cup of tea. And the only place you can go is a private pub, and we didn't belong to one, so we walked up to my house. We get to my house, we're freezing cold, and everybody's going to bed. So we open the door, and we tiptoe inside. And in the living room, there was a gas fireplace, and the gas fireplace is still going, but it's really dark. Now in England, they have this really cool system. You can either pay your electric bill with a check, or you could have a meter in your house. And then you have 10 pence, and you put the 10 pence into your meter, and then you get electricity. Now, Gary's family had figured out that you put a stack of 10 pence, and you put as many 10 pence as you can, and they never ran out of power. My family had been on this system forever, and they still didn't get it. It was like a brand new experience every time. And so there was no lights to turn on. I'm trying to turn, no. So we fumbled around. I found a 10 pence. I climbed over the stuff that was in the way, put the 10 pence in, and the lights came on. And Gary and I had a cup of tea and sat by the fire. And that was our first date. And we have been together for almost 50 years. And water is still a big thing. We can be seen walking in the rain in Rutland. We can be seen walking in the rain up at Enosburg Falls. We take our kayaks out when the waves get big. So I knew he was the right guy when he wanted to go out and stand and watch the waves. And that's my water story. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.
Wasn't that great? For our second act on today's program, we have Maya Sobel performing the Appalachian Hymn on the viola. What a great performance! Our third act today is one-man jazz ensemble Charlie Hubbard performing Freebird. great ensemble there. The fourth act of our program will dive us deep into the martial arts, with Hunter Green performing the kata known as Sigfa.
Hello Vermont, my name is Hunter Green. I train at the Vermont Martial Arts Academy. My sensei's name, Sensei Rick Morello. The kata I will be performing for you today is Saifa. Please enjoy my kata. Hey! Hey!
A fantastic display of technique and discipline right there, folks. The fifth and second to last act of today is Megan O'Connor playing the song Feed the Birds on the violin.
Early each day to the steps of St. Paul's, a little old bird woman comes. In her own special way to the people she calls, come buy my bag full of crumbs. Come feed the little birds, show them you care, and you'll be glad if you do. Their young ones are hungry, their nests are so bare, all it takes is tuppence from you. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. Feed the birds, that's what she cries, while overhead her birds fill the skies. All around the cathedral, the saints and apostles look down as she sells her wares. Although you can't see it, you know they are smiling each time someone shows that he cares. Though her words are simple and few, listen, listen, she's calling to you. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag.
Now wasn't that some excellent playing? Our final act of the program brings us Ashley Viggy singing the song Maybe This Time from the musical Cabaret.
Maybe this time I'll be lucky. Maybe this time he'll stay. Maybe this time, for the first time, love won't hurry away. He will hold me fast. I'll be home at last. Not a loser anymore, like the last time and the time before. Everybody loves a winner, so nobody loved me. Lady Peaceful, lady happy, that's what I long to be. All the odds are in my favor, something's bound to begin. It's gonna happen sometime, maybe this time I'll win. Everybody loves a winner, so nobody love me. Lady peaceful, lady happy, that's what I long to be. All the odds are in my favor, something's bound to begin. It's gonna happen sometime, maybe this time I'll win.
Well, that's our program for today, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to personally thank each of the acts who took the time out of their schedules to perform in our show today. And I would like to thank you, the viewer, for taking the time to join us for our program. It is important to remember the things that unite us during this time in our country, whether it be the arts or some other joint passion that you share with others. Remember to be kind to each other, and most importantly, remember to wear your face mask. Thank you and good night.